Hey, welcome to Game Changer TV. Kerry Robertson, your host here. I want to tell you a story of something that happened when I was about 5, 6 years of age. My parents decided to take me into the city. Auckland City is where I was raised, and we went to the Pan Pacific Hotel. Me and my brother were there in that place, and mum and dad, they had a time where they were meeting friends in the cafe. And I guess as little boys, you know what, we really weren't wired to sit in cafes sipping tea and eating some scones at that time. We wanted to go on an adventure. I mean, this is one of the first times we'd been to a flash hotel like this. This particular hotel had an open foyer, one of those hotels where you can see right up to each of the floors. It's sort of a rounded space. You could go to the top floors, look down into the foyer space. What we were impressed with was this elevator that was sitting in the middle of the foyer. It was glass, and you know what? As a 5, 6 year old, you know what? I wanted to conquer it. I wanted to go to the top floor. So me and my brother, we left our parents and we went over to the lift. And you know what? We got in that space. What happened is that you know what? I got inside the lift and I got up on my tippy toes. I mean, I'm having to reach as high as possible to try and push the button. And you know how an elevator works. You push the button, and then when you push that button, the light goes orange, the doors close, and you go to the level that you've selected. Well, there I am on my tippy toes, trying to touch that top floor. And I mean, every time I'm pushing it, nothing's taking place. I remember getting my fist out, bashing that thing. Nothing was going on at that particular time. Well, you know what? Tried the second to top floor and pushing that. Nothing was going on. When I pushed the third to top floor, as soon as I pushed that button, the light went orange, the doors closed, and me and my brother straight up to that third to top floor. We got out at that point. We went around and on the balcony, we're looking up over the top, and I mean, it was incredible to be able to look down. We could see our parents down there in the cafe drinking their tea, eating their scones, and but we're looking down. I mean, this is awesome, and we were little kids, 5, 6 years of age, peering over the edge, but. We wanted to conquer. There were two more floors that we needed to get up, and I mean, great that we conquered this level, but really, there's two more levels that we've got to find ourselves getting to. So we got back in the lift, and there I am on my tippy toes. I'm pushing that button. I'm trying to get that, but nothing's happening. It's not turning orange. I don't know what's going on at this point, and I'm bashing it away at it. Well, you know what? After a while, I'm frustrated. What did I do? I pushed the ground floor. It goes orange. The doors close straight down to the ground floor. Well, the doors open up at that point, and when the doors open up, there's a man dressed to the nines. There he is in a suit and tie. He comes in with his briefcase, and what does he do? Well, he pulls out of his pocket, his back pocket, a key card. You know how a key card works if you've been in a hotel, but they take a key that's kind of like a credit card, but they take this out, and he put it into the slot. And when he pulled it out of the slot, he pushed that top button. That button, it went orange. The doors closed and straight up to the top floor. Woo-hoo-hoo! I mean, me and my brother were excited about this, and I mean, this man that was in a suit, he stepped out of the lift, and I guess he walked off to his room. And me and my brother, we stepped out. And we, at that moment, we just kind of felt a little bit naughty at that moment. We kind of felt like we're not in the right place at this time. And so we were kind of sitting there going, should we go here? Oh, we don't want to get in trouble. Okay, I don't want my dad to find out. I don't want any of these security people to find out. We got back in the lift and we pushed that ground floor. It went orange. The doors closed straight down to the ground floor. When we got to the bottom, we looked up and we could see exactly where we could have, peered out. I mean, we could have literally just got out of that elevator. We could have gone around the corner. We could have peered over the top, run back into the elevator. No one would have ever known. We would have got down to the bottom and not known. We were so frustrated. We were this close to getting the view, but we missed it. What I did at that point was I got back in the lift and I'm back up on my tippy toes. I'm pushing that button. I'm doing everything I can to get that thing to change orange. Nothing would take place. And then I realized there was something that man in that suit had that I didn't have. And I'm talking about a key card. I'm talking about a key that gave him access to a level that I specifically couldn't get to myself. Well, you know, it wasn't until many, many years later I learned a lesson in that space. You ask, what's that lesson? Well, the lesson is called what you call the elevator principle. And the elevator principle says this, that whoever you allow into the lift of your life will either take you up or take you down. And I realized this, that, you know what, that man possessed a key that I specifically didn't have. But because I allowed him to the lift that I was in, he was able to take me to a level that I couldn't personally go. You'll understand this, that, you know what, over your life, and if you look back at certain relationships, there were certain people that never helped you. There were certain people that were no good for you, bad influences that I guess you allowed into the lift of your life, and your life spiraled out of control. You found yourself going down in your world. But then there were those people, they could have been teachers, it could have been a parent, it could have been a sporting coach, it could have been a spiritual leader. I don't know who that could have been for you. But when you allow them into the lift of your life, their influence, it rubs off on you. And you know what? You find yourself going to certain levels that you specifically couldn't go to. I want to say this, that you know what? When God created you, He packed you with gifts, talents. He gave you the personality that you needed for you to fulfill your assignment on planet Earth. But I want to say this, that those gifts and talents will only take you so far. See, you got to understand that, you know what, this is what this elevator principle is about, because there are going to be people, and there are people in your life right now that are going to help you get to levels that you could never get to yourself. There's no such thing as a self-made man. There's no such thing as someone that made it on their own. No, everyone, when you talk to them, there was someone that unlocked a door. There was someone that had a key. There was someone that had a key card that they got on the elevator with you, and they were able to position that. They were able to take you to a level you've never been before. I want to tell you, this is a game changer principle, because some of you right now are locked up in a place. Some of you feel frustrated. Some of you feel like, man, I should be here, but my life is right here right now. Well, you know what? The answer simply is this, is you need to invite the right people that have the right keys to get you into the elevator, to take you to a place you've never been before. So I want to inspire you today. Come on, take some time over the coming days, over the coming minutes. Think about the people that are currently in your world that you haven't yet invited into the lift of your life. Come on, I'm telling you, they're ready to shape you. They're ready to encourage you. They're ready to unlock a door to an incredible day in your future. Let me say it again. The elevator principle. Whoever you allow into the lift of your life will either take you up or take you down. This is Kerry Robertson in your elevator today, taking you to a place you've never been before. Till next time, let it be a game changer to you. See ya.